Eat this simple food to regain leg strength in 12 hours. Have you ever stood up from bed and felt like your legs just weren't ready? It's not exactly pain, it's just a kind of heavy weakness. Is your body asking for something, but you don't know what it is yet? Here's the surprising truth. In just 12 hours, you can begin to restore leg strength, reduce fatigue, and support deep muscular recovery, without supplements, without gym memberships, and without changing your entire routine. And it starts with something straightforward, a few specific foods. In this video, we'll walk through 9 nourishing foods that act like quiet healers for your body, working while you sleep, hydrating your cells, easing inflammation, and rebuilding muscle fiber. From the strength-packed protein in lean meat, the gentle electrolytes in coconut water, and the powerful calm of a spoonful of peanut butter, this is your invitation to heal your legs from the inside out. And here's the thing. The most potent food? It's at the end of this video. And most people overlook it entirely. Stick with us to the very end. You'll know what to eat, why it works, and how to begin a new relationship with your body. One rooted in compassion, strength, and intention. Comment below with this affirmation to connect with positive healing energy. My body is wise, and I nourish it with love. And before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Buddhist Health, and hit the bell, so you never miss a new episode in your journey toward true, mindful wellness. Let's get into it. Lean meat, the foundation beneath strong legs. Picture this. You come home after a long day. Maybe it was chasing your dog around the yard, hauling grocery bags up 3 flights of stairs, or walking the beach during your long-awaited vacation. Your legs are heavy, almost disconnected. They ache, not sharply, but with a dull, stubborn fatigue that won't quit. You sit, maybe rub your calves, and wonder, why does my body feel like it's giving up on me? It's not. It's asking for help. What your legs might be missing isn't some expensive supplement or a fancy recovery device. Sometimes it starts with something as humble as your dinner plate, and one of the most potent tools for rebuilding strength, especially in aging or fatigued muscles, is something your body has always known how to use. Lean meat. Not the greasy kind that sits heavy in your gut. We're talking about clean, well-cooked, high-quality cuts like grilled chicken breast, turkey, or lean beef. These are more than just protein sources. They're construction materials. And if your legs have been breaking down from stress, overuse, or just everyday life, this is what your body is craving to rebuild the foundation. Lean meats are rich in complete proteins containing all 9 essential amino acids. Your muscles need those amino acids like a contractor needs bricks and mortar. Without them, your body has nothing to repair. And here's the kicker. Lean meat doesn't just give you the building blocks and brings creatine to the party. Creatine is like rocket fuel for your muscle cells. It helps your body produce more ATP, energy packets that power your movement. So the next time you stand up and your knees don't groan in protest, the next time you make it through the stairs without needing a break halfway, that might just be creatine doing its quiet, brilliant work. But let's pause and go deeper than just nutrition. There's something beautiful about the simplicity of lean meat. It doesn't shout for attention on your plate. It's not trendy or flashy, and that's part of what makes it so powerful. Real strength often looks like that. Quiet, balanced, consistent. In many ways, the relationship between lean meat and your recovery mirrors a more profound truth. Healing isn't always about doing more. It's about doing the right thing consistently, with intention. Just as our minds need stillness to reset, our bodies need grounding nutrition to rebuild. So when you bring a piece of grilled chicken or a lean cut of beef into your meal, not fried, not buried under sauce, but simply seasoned and respectfully cooked, you're doing more than eating. You're investing in the version of yourself that climbs stairs without pain, that walks farther, that doesn't fear standing up too fast. You're saying, I believe in my body's ability to restore itself. And that belief, combined with the proper nourishment, becomes a quiet revolution inside you. A slow, steady renewal of muscle fibers, strength, and confidence. Because at the end of the day, the power to walk freely, move without pain, and feel grounded in your skin doesn't come from willpower alone. Sometimes, it comes from dinner. Eggs. A new beginning for your muscles. They say good things come in small packages, and if there were ever a case to prove that saying true, it's the egg. You crack it open without a second thought. Maybe it's scrambled on a weekday morning or boiled and sliced into a salad, but inside that smooth, fragile shell lies something remarkable. The potential for life, for renewal, and yes, for strength. Especially the kind of strength you feel in your legs when they carry you up a hill, through a long walk with your kids, or just across the living room without needing to sit down halfway. The truth is, your muscles don't just need protein, they need smart, efficient protein. And eggs provide that in abundance. Each egg is packed with leucine, an essential amino acid key to unlocking muscle protein synthesis. Think of it this way. Your body can't build without permission, and leucine is the permission slip. But it doesn't stop there. Eggs also offer a rich dose of choline, a nutrient many overlook, but one that plays a vital role in how your brain communicates with your muscles. If you've ever felt clumsy or slow after a long workout, or noticed that your legs don't respond the way they used to, it might not just be fatigue. It might be that your neuromuscular signals are out of sync, like tuning the connection between intention and movement. Choline helps keep those signals strong and clear. And then there's vitamin D, nature's bone builder, mood lifter, and inflammation fighter. It's the nutrient you didn't know your legs were crying out for. Without enough vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb calcium effectively, which means even strong muscles can falter if the bones underneath them are brittle or strained. Eggs bring this critical vitamin into your diet in a form your body can use immediately. But beyond the science, there's something poetic about the egg. It's small, humble, yet it contains everything needed to create life. That's no accident. In many traditions, including our reflections in Buddhist Health, there's a quiet wisdom in the idea that transformation often begins with simplicity. You don't need exotic powders or expensive meal plans to rebuild yourself. Sometimes, you just need what nature has already perfected. A complete protein source gently offered in the palm of your hand. An egg isn't just breakfast, it's a symbol. A reminder that strength can be born from stillness, that energy doesn't have to be loud to be lasting. It can be soft, nourishing, and quietly powerful. So the next time you find yourself staring down a day with tired legs or waking up with soreness that feels like it's going nowhere, remember, the answer might already be in your fridge. Boiled, scrambled, poached. However you enjoy it, every egg is an invitation for your body to heal, for your strength to return, and for your life to begin, once again, with intention. Sometimes, from something small and simple comes the power to rise again. Coconut water, a gentle surge of restoration. There's a kind of thirst that plain water doesn't satisfy. It comes after a long walk under the sun, after a hot yoga session, or a high-intensity gym class that leaves your legs shaky and your breath shallow. It's not just thirst for liquid, it's thirst for balance. Your body isn't just dry, it's drained. You haven't only lost water, you've lost something deeper. Electrolytes, the tiny minerals that regulate every pulse, contraction, and movement in your body. And this is where coconut water quietly steps forward. Unlike sports drinks with artificial sweeteners and neon colors, coconut water is nature's electrolyte solution, pure, lightly sweet, and overflowing with potassium, magnesium, and just the right touch of sodium. It doesn't shout for attention, it heals in whispers. Potassium is the silent warrior behind every muscle contraction in your legs. When levels drop after sweating, your muscles rebel, with cramps, spasms, or that deep-seated fatigue you can't shake, no matter how much water you drink. Coconut water replenishes this mineral quickly and efficiently, like filling a well that's been running dry. Magnesium, too, plays a decisive role, not just in muscle recovery, but in nerve health, sleep quality, and stress reduction. It helps regulate the electrical impulses that guide your muscles to move when and how they should. It soothes both body and mind. And it's right there in every sip of fresh coconut water, waiting to restore what life may have taken from you that day. But beyond the science, there's something about coconut water that feels sacred. It's not just a drink, it's a moment. You crack open a chilled coconut, take that first sip, and suddenly the pace of life seems to slow. The edges soften. There's a stillness in the flavor, a lightness, a coolness. a presence. It doesn't just hydrate you. It brings you home to your body, to your breath. Healing doesn't have to be loud or dramatic, to that simple truth. Sometimes it's quiet, like water finding its way through cracked ground. In the mindfulness tradition, we often say, when the mind is calm, the body can remember how to heal. Coconut water embodies that. It's clear, it's clean, and it reminds your cells what balance feels like. So when your legs are aching, when you're drenched in sweat or feeling worn down from the inside out, consider this not just a recommendation, but a small ritual. Reach for coconut water. Let it be more than a drink. Let it be a gesture of restoration and kindness to the body that carries you daily. Because sometimes the most potent healing doesn't come in pills or powders. It comes in a glass filled with nature's whisper, a message from the tree that stands tall, rooted deep, and offers its gift freely, recovery from the inside out. Cottage cheese, nighttime nourishment for daytime strength. There's a sacred stillness that arrives with nightfall. The world goes quiet. Streetlights flicker, the hum of the day softens into silence, and your body finally has permission to stop striving, to let go. But here's a truth many of us miss. Recovery doesn't begin when we rest. It starts with what we give our body to rest on. This is where cottage cheese enters, not as a trendy health food or fitness hack, but as a quiet partner in your body's deepest healing work. You might think of protein as something for the daytime, post-workout shakes, or grilled chicken at lunch. But what if your most significant opportunity for muscle repair came while you were asleep? Cottage cheese is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that takes its time, drip-feeding your muscles throughout the night. While you sleep, your body isn't idle. It's rebuilding, rebalancing, and replenishing. But that process depends on having the right tools in the bloodstream, and casein ensures that the amino acids don't just spike and disappear. They last. If you've ever woken up stiff, sore, or weaker than when you went to bed, it could be because your body ran out of raw materials before the job was done. Cottage cheese keeps the supply steady. It's like leaving the porch light on for your muscles, guiding them home to recovery while you drift into dreams. But the benefits go even further. Cottage cheese isn't just fuel, it's a sleep enhancer. It contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps boost natural levels of serotonin and melatonin. These aren't just sleep hormones, they're restoration hormones. When your sleep is deeper and more regulated, your entire nervous system calms, reducing cortisol levels and easing inflammation in tired legs. And that's not all. Cottage cheese also brings calcium to the table, a mineral essential for bones and the microsignals that control muscle contractions and prevent cramps. It's one of those quiet, unglamorous nutrients that make a difference in how you feel when you wake. There's something beautifully symbolic about this. At night, when your mind releases from the day, your body begins a new kind of meditation, a physical one, a state of renewal. Cottage cheese is the gentle gatekeeper to that temple. It doesn't overwhelm, it supports. It watches over you in silence, like a sentry for your healing. Real strength isn't just built when you're pushing it. It's rebuilt in the moments of surrender, in the softness of night, in the quiet of rest. And that single scoop of cottage cheese before bed? It's not indulgence. It's intention. So tomorrow, when you rise with a little less soreness in your calves and a little more spring in your step, you'll know. It didn't happen by accident. It happened because you gave your body what it needed. And then, you let go. Because sometimes, healing begins not in the doing, but in the allowing. Salmon, endurance from the deep. There's a quiet strength in water. It doesn't resist, it adapts, it bends without breaking and moves around obstacles instead of crashing through them. And that movement carries life, deep, vital, and ancient. Inside that current lives one of the most nourishing foods for human recovery: salmon. This isn't just another source of protein. It's a gift from the ocean, an elegant blend of science and soul that brings energy to your body and spirit. Because when your legs ache after a long hike, a tough gym session, or just another day of living, you don't need something aggressive. You need something like water, something like salmon. Let's start with the science. Salmon is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which your body doesn't produce but desperately needs. mainly when inflammation builds up in overused muscles. These omega-3s reduce swelling. They help soothe the microscopic tears in your muscle fibers that cause pain and fatigue. You don't feel it instantly, but your recovery speeds up over hours. Your soreness fades. Your endurance returns. But omega-3s are only part of the story. Salmon is also rich in vitamin D, essential for strong bones and muscle function. Low vitamin D levels are often linked to chronic muscle weakness, especially in the legs and lower back. And for those of us who spend more time indoors or live in regions with long winters, salmon can be a natural solution that supports strength from the inside out. Then there's selenium, another star in salmon's nutrient profile. This mineral works like a cellular repairer, mending damaged tissues, boosting immunity, and protecting your cells from oxidative stress from exercise, age, or even stress. When selenium is part of your diet, recovery isn't just possible, it's more complete, more sustainable. But here's where the poetry begins. Eating salmon isn't just about the muscle. It's about mindset. It's a reminder that you don't have to fight time, wear and tear, or the changes that come with aging. You can move like water instead. You can flow with it. Like the salmon, which swims upstream with quiet determination, not to win, but to evolve, to transform. Eating that resilient salmon can teach us. Resilience doesn't have to be hard. It can be graceful. You're not just fueling your body when you bring salmon into your weekly meals, grilled with lemon, roasted beside seasonal vegetables, or flaked into a warm grain bowl. You're absorbing a message from nature itself. Nourishment can be powerful and peaceful at the same time. And in that nourishment, your legs grow steadier, your energy grows deeper, and your relationship with movement, whether it's a gentle walk or a hike through the hills, starts to feel joyful again. So don't resist the current. Swim with it. Let salmon be your guide, not just in recovery, but in gently aging, living strongly, and restoring your strength from the inside out. Oats, steady energy for stronger steps. There's a comfort in the morning routine, the stillness before the day begins, the quiet hum of a kettle, the soft clink of a spoon. These aren't just habits, they're rituals of care. And for many, that first meal isn't just about hunger. It's about intention. It's about how we want to move through the day. That's what makes oats so special. Simple, unassuming, humble to the eye, but within every spoonful lies fuel built for endurance. And if you've ever felt your legs weaken halfway through your shift, or found yourself breathless walking the dog, or dragging through a midday slump, you know that endurance matters. Oats are your ally in that fight, not for a quick burst, but for energy that lasts, quietly and steadily, just when you need it most. Here's why they work. Oats are packed with complex carbohydrates, slow-digesting, blood sugar-friendly sources of energy that release gradually, keeping your muscles supplied hour after hour. Unlike refined sugars or starchy snacks that give you a rush followed by a crash, oats keep you grounded. They're the difference between sprinting and strolling, burning out and powering through. They're also rich in soluble fiber, which helps regulate digestion, stabilize energy, and support gut health. And within those soft grains, you'll also find magnesium, an unsung hero for muscle recovery. Magnesium helps reduce cramps, supports relaxation, and improves sleep quality. An essential, often overlooked part of physical recovery. But oats don't work alone. Combine them with Greek yogurt, and now you're bringing protein into the picture. Add a swirl of natural peanut butter, introducing healthy fats and even more nutrients. These pairings don't just taste great. They synergize, helping your body absorb more protein and sustain muscle-building support long after breakfast. And that's the beauty of oats. They're not flashy. They don't promise overnight miracles. They don't chase fads. Instead, they show up for you, meal after meal, with consistency and quiet strength. Just like the legs you rely on to carry you through the day. More than a food, oats can become a form of mindfulness. A bowl of oatmeal in the morning isn't just about eating. It's about choosing. It's about saying, today, I want to feel strong. Today, I'll nourish myself with something whole. Today, I'll take one step closer to healing. Because every bite you take in awareness becomes an act of self-respect. And in that bowl, warm, filling, grounding, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're honoring your journey. You're fueling not just motion, but momentum. So let oats be a part of the ritual, whether it's a Monday rush or a slow Sunday morning. Dress them with berries, nuts, or cinnamon. Stir in your protein of choice. Eat with presence. And remember, every spoonful is a promise, a quiet vow to nourish your body with patience, purpose, and love. Bananas and avocado, the gentle balance of strength and recovery. Sometimes the path to strength doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from softening, from choosing nourishment that works with the body, not against it. And in that space between effort and ease, two simple, beautiful foods remind us that healing can be both gentle and powerful. Bananas and avocados. Let's start with the banana. There's a reason you'll find one in nearly every athlete's gym bag, in breakfast bowls across the country, and on kitchen counters where families prepare for the day ahead. It's not just convenience, it's chemistry. Bananas are rich in potassium, one of the most vital electrolytes for muscle health. This mineral helps regulate fluid balance, nerve signals, and muscle contractions. And when your potassium levels dip, often due to sweating, stress, or dehydration, your legs are the first to feel it. Cramps, tightness, and post-workout soreness can all trace back to this simple deficiency. But potassium isn't all. Bananas also provide a quick, natural source of carbohydrates, perfect for replenishing glycogen stores in tired muscles. Whether you eat one before a brisk walk or after a hard session on the treadmill, that soft yellow fruit is quietly helping your legs rebuild what they've lost. Then there's the avocado, a food that whispers strength instead of shouting it. Avocados bring balance. They're packed with magnesium, which works harmoniously with potassium to support muscular relaxation and reduce tension. And beyond that, they offer an abundance of healthy monounsaturated fats, the kind that protect your heart, cushion your joints, and provide steady, sustaining energy without the crash of sugar or caffeine. But here's the real magic. Those fats in avocado help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and K, nutrients essential for bone density, muscle repair, and immune function. Without healthy fats in the meal, these vitamins often go to waste. With avocado, you make every bite more effective. Together, bananas and avocado create a kind of nutritional yin and yang, one offering fast fuel and muscle-calming minerals, the other providing deep nourishment and absorption power. One is soft and sweet, the other creamy and grounding. It's a combination that doesn't just feed your body, it brings it back into balance. And in that balance, something shifts. You don't just recover faster, you begin to feel more in tune with your body. You notice when fatigue is creeping in, hydration is lacking, and tension is rising in your calves or hips, and you start making choices from a place of awareness rather than habit. You start responding instead of reacting, because in every banana is simplicity, and in every slice of avocado is wisdom. Together, they're not just food. They're a message. You don't have to be hard to be strong. You don't have to push to the point of pain to prove your worth. You can restore yourself softly and still rise with power. Nut butters and Brazil nuts, tiny giants of recovery. Sometimes the most minor things carry the most significant weight. A kind word, a deep breath, a handful of something nourishing. And in physical recovery and muscular strength, few things are as deceptively powerful as a spoonful of peanut butter or a single Brazil nut. Let's start with what's happening beneath the surface. Natural peanut butter is a compact powerhouse, not the sugar-loaded shelf-stable spreads, but the real, rich kind made simply from ground peanuts. It delivers protein, essential for rebuilding muscle fibers torn down through movement, training, or just living life purposefully. And it does so alongside a dose of healthy fats, which fuel your recovery without spiking your blood sugar or leaving you crashing an hour later. But it's not just about macronutrients. What makes nut butters exceptional is their synergy. Protein to repair, fat to sustain, flavor to enjoy. When your legs feel drained or heavy, a single spoonful can help support energy and endurance, whether you're fueling up for a workout or recovering from one. It's one of the few comfort foods that gives back as much as it satisfies. Then there are Brazil nuts, humble in appearance, yet extraordinary in content. These little giants are among the richest natural sources of selenium, a mineral often missing from our modern diets. Selenium is key in reducing oxidative stress, the invisible damage caused by free radicals, intense physical activity, or emotional strain. It also supports thyroid health, immune response, and, most importantly in this context, muscle cell repair. 1 or 2 Brazil nuts daily is enough to meet your selenium needs. And over time, this quiet, consistent support helps your legs recover faster, feel less inflamed, and stay ready for whatever movement life asks of them next. And here's where it all comes together. We tend to overlook the small things: health, healing, and life. We chase big fixes, sweeping changes, miracle routines. But sometimes what your body needs most is subtle, quiet, almost hidden in plain sight. A spoonful of nut butter before bed, a couple of Brazil nuts after a walk. A moment of pause to breathe deeply and feel into your legs, not with judgment, but with appreciation. Because the truth is, your recovery doesn't have to be dramatic to be effective. It doesn't need to be loud to be life-changing. Don't underestimate the small things, like a nut, a breath, a positive thought whispered to yourself before the day begins. They may not look like much, but they move mountains. They rebuild muscles. They restore energy. They remind you that healing is happening, quietly, every time you choose nourishment over neglect. And there you have it. 9 simple, nourishing foods that don't just fuel your muscles, but help you reconnect with the more profound wisdom of your body. We've explored how lean meat restores muscle fibers, how eggs and cottage cheese support recovery through the night, how bananas and avocados regain balance, and how even the quietest ingredients, like a spoonful of nut butter, can help you walk through life with more strength and ease. But more than that, I hope you've discovered something else today. That healing doesn't have to be complicated. That wellness is not about pushing harder, but listening, honoring, and nourishing yourself with kindness. If this video resonated with you, I'd love for you to share a moment of intention in the comments below by writing this affirmation. Each step I take is supported by strength, balance, and love. Let it be your gentle promise to your body, to your journey. And before you go, remember to like this video, subscribe to Buddhist Health, and turn on the bell, so you never miss a moment of mindful inspiration. We're so grateful you joined us today. May your body move with ease, your mind stay at peace, and you always walk in harmony with yourself and the world around you. Until next time, take care of your steps and the ground beneath them.